All right. Glad to have you with me today. Last episode, we bumped up some stuff and we have the steel furnaces being made, but with a lack of ingredients. Good news is, stone bricks have caught up now, so we are only waiting on steel in order to get more. And we have, we just grabbed another, 4? Let's go drop those off, and then we gotta get on to other tasks. Pick up those iron sticks. Jeez, I didn't want them all. Just one of the ones that are on the ground. There we go. Well, we'll drop those off, and then I think it's time to start planning out where we're going to put the trains. Because we've had the small problem with the stone, which we fixed last time. That was, wasn't too bad. But we got to start thinking about what's going to happen when the copper runs out, when the iron runs out. Iron's down to 179k. Oh, it's a couple patches. Don't know why it's counting as a couple patches, but it is. And that is greatly reduced. We have to go get some stuff with, a decent amount of giddy up to go get them. We're not going to have forever to go establish everything. But where do we put the train stuff? Because as it's set up now, this is the central hub with the bus and everything. So we need to find out, where do we drop off the ores, or do we process them as plates where they are at, which is what I'll likely do, because we don't have enough processing space over here for all the ores. There's just not enough room for all the furnace placement and all that stuff. Which is not going to happen, especially when you're processing a lot bigger ore patches than what we have. So, steel is the inhibitor right now for those steel furnaces. So, let's go drop off those, and we'll go find an area to start working on rails. I'm not going to just straight up upgrade the ones up there. I'd rather have more production right now. So let's get out our grenades and blow some stuff up. And that should be enough room. Okay. And what just finished? Energy weapons damage. Excellent. Go ahead and go for... kind of feeling stronger explosives. My grenades do more when I'm out on the offensive. Because when I flashed up the map to talk about stuff, to get that iron and get that copper, I'm going to have to clear out those bases. So we will be going on the offensive. Not anytime soon, but eventually. Okay. Let's get... you're covered in electricity the whole time, so it doesn't really matter. There, and there. And there, and we'll skip one for this. Yep. You got coverage, it doesn't really matter where. Go. Short and long, long and short. There we go. You just need short and long here. Better. Those are good and working. I like it. Steel's getting better. Slowly. Now, in terms of drop off for rails, this looks like the most logical candidate. Got our solar arrays taking up that space. Here we're running into cliffs. Obviously it's going to have to be up here. And from there it can go wherever it needs to. The plates can come in and drop into the bus that way. Or they can come straight down and supplement the bus when they get in. That's to be decided. We're down to 200k in iron. Now this was going to be a short train ride for these. But that is the focus of this whole playlist, is to get into the trains extensively and eventually have networks, way out here, pulling in from everywhere. Just make outposts wherever. And once the networks all get set up and stuff, we don't have to rely on the bus at all. We can do, process the green circuits over here, process the red circuits over here, take the ores directly to those processing areas. From there, distribute them to whoever might need the green and reds. It doesn't all have to be done in one series of assemblers like we are doing currently. But this is kind of the starter base kind of thing. For those of you who are thinking in terms of mega bases, it's generally been recommended, get a bus going for your starter base, and that way you can get all the tech done and all that stuff, and get yourself set up for success later on when you can transform things into like a city block grid or just train networks from here to there to everywhere, that kind of stuff. I have a ton of power poles now, 228, which means I can go over there and finally connect up those solar panels that didn't get connected. And we'll start laying down some tracks. Let me through, please. Okay, those are good. A little bit of light around the edges. Help us out a bit. And a few in the middle. little better. That's better. Okay. So I want to definitely not be cramping myself for space. Trains require more space. You gotta have time to turn around, get stackers and things like that for parking lots, essentially is what they are. So let's even push it a little bit more all the way up to here. Okay. And I do not have any rails at all on me. Those are all being produced down there. Alright, we'll just use this for placement purposes. How does that look? Come in here. Okay. That might be like the middle of the main drop-off area. Envisioning it as come in here from the wild, come down here, get your parking lot assembled, use this for multiple drop-off lanes, and then send everything over here if you need to go over to the beginning of the bus. This cliff will be the biggest obstacle right here in terms of the main train station. So I think that'll be how we'll do it. Let's go get all that stuff. I have the other stuff, I handcrafted them. Train stops, signals, chain signals. Since we added more to power, how's that looking again? Still about 15% or so. We've added more usage, but increased the production. So, and what are we up to on? Didn't look when I opened it up. 1.1 gigajoules for accumulator charge. So, nice. We're pulling about 18 and change megawatts. Sometimes higher, sometimes lower. You know, which assemblers are firing off at the time. And look how those have increased production. I like that. Pick those up since we're here. And what do we have for rails? A ton. And there's 1,000. That should definitely do for now. But 1,100 is better. Okay, this is exciting. We are finally getting around to rails. Maybe make it so the bottom rail comes here. Gives us plenty of space for unloading and movement onto better things. one of the primary decisions I'm going to have to make is what size train do I go for? I would like to go for single directional trains with, I'm thinking just one engine each. That is another cliff. That's the, okay, boundary cliff. I don't know, let's start curving. Just because of that boundary cliff. Okay. So I'm thinking one locomotive and four cargo wagons. That makes things nice and divisible, because with that setup there would be 24 different places to load onto the train. Each cargo wagon holds 6, and 6 with 4 of them gets 24 different spots. So easy to divide up the cargo space that way. Send it out to, I don't know, there, I guess. Those trees have got to go. Oops. Destroyed the rail, not the tree. Give me that last spot. Thank you. Alright. Go ahead. Do we have enough room to turn stuff? Yeah. Yeah. If we turn it here, we'll avoid a lot of that forest. So. Oh, excuse me. Scrolling on the wrong mode. Stronger explosives finished. Let's go with... that's purple. Can't do it. What is this? Oh, robotics. Sure, get that going. Need that for yellow signs anyway. Okay, let's grab our train stop. Train stops always have to be on the right hand side. That determines everything. I'm going to try to use double rail construction everywhere. So, and since I'm American and we drive on the right, I'm going to make right-hand drive system. So, but in the station, it's going to be single stuff. Then once you get out onto the main highways, main railways, there's going to be one track going each direction. Makes signaling a lot easier. But we do have a station now. Hero Brine the AT. The default names for stations and a couple other things are the early backers of Factorio. So that's why it's there. Let's call this main base. Main base. Color's fine, whatever. There are no trains with this stop. Well, yeah, I haven't built a train yet. I did not pick up locomotive, did I? No. Do I have cargo wagons? Nope. I can handcraft a cargo wagon. That's nice. I don't have the steel for it. Okay. We'll grab a locomotive from our maker down there. And we'll have to create an assembler for cargo wagons too. If we're going to make a lot of trains, might as well not be handcrafted all the time. Product's finished. Very good. Energy distribution. Sure. Substation. I've not used a substation. I didn't use it in my first playthrough. I just stuck with the medium power poles for everything. And I'm not entirely sure as to how substations work. I know some things you can directly attach the electricity to. Other things you have to bring it down to a medium power pole so that it can connect. So I'm not entirely sure of the rules of using those. Okay, so there's the train stop. Let's go up and rip that belt out. That belt will just get in the way. Okay. Let's go around the lake, of course. Okay, I'll take 5. Thank you. So we have locomotives. And what does it take for cargo wagons? Iron plates, steel, beams, and gears. Okay. Nominally, all of those are available on the bus, but steel is rather lacking, especially because I'm going to put it after the split off here for steel furnaces, which is currently sucking up everything. But that's the way it's gotta be. It doesn't really matter too much as to who goes on what belt, other than gears need to be on the inside belt. That way the inside belt isn't filled with requests for 40 items. And slow is fine because I won't need cargo wagons that often. So, gears on the inside. Steel and plate. Steel and iron plate. I'll just do... Gears are up there. Iron plate's up there. I'll let those combine earlier, and steel will have the outside lane. Needs to come out somewhere roundabouts there. Continue with our light obsession. Our heavy obsession about lights. Okay, we have steel. Now we need iron plate and gears. And we'll bring those down here exactly. We don't get much choice now that we've placed the steel. Excellent. Here, there. Okay. Nice big jump there. Alright. That's all we have determined at this point, because these two need to join. Electric energy distribution 2 is finished. I like it. This will join here. 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 After it exits here. Here to there. Coming down. Okay. Gears are on the way down. I like it. Going to split off. Come on down. And then perform our shift. Priority right. There we go. Steel and iron all the way down. There we go. Let's just make one assembler for this, as with the locomotives. I just tried to get an inserter, could not. Means I'm out. I'll take 38 of them. Okay. We're out of assemblers as well. I am out of iron plate, which is right here. It's a slow way to do it because I'm only grabbing from half of a belt right now. And we can make 4 assemblers. It'll do. What we're looking at for tech. We're going to need blue circuits. Advanced electronics 2. Okay. So we have that. It's going to be inserter. 1, 2, 3. Inserter, belt. Why bother with a belt? Okay. We'll just go directly to a chest, just like with the locomotive. And then power. Sure. Now we'll put it above. Put it above so it covers everything at once. And then need another one. Good to go. Two and 3. Please limit yourself to that. Please limit yourself to even less than that. I don't need 50 of them at a time. I assume they go in stacks of 5, just like the locomotives. 3, 4, 5, 6, 30. Sure. Assemblers. There we go. I want to make sure it's working before I head off. Okay. I guess it usually tries to go for double each requirement until it hits the minimum for everything. Once it hit the minimum from gears, it just went. But if it had started with gears first, when one of the others reached, it would have gone. I'm not entirely sure of the rules as to how much extra each assembler tries to get accomplished. But I think we researched the ability. No, I guess we didn't research it yet. I was going to say, assembling machine 3. Maybe I just passed on those or something. No, that was this one. Automation 3, which requires purple science. So currently cannot do that. And notice how we're getting a lot of these techs research, but we keep unlocking more of them, so there's still like approximately 2.5 rows of tech available each time. These 3 I'm not all that excited about, or the 4th one for landfill. But these others have been popping up more and more as soon as we unlock one. Advanced Electronics 2 is going to open up a bunch of things, it looks like. A lot of them require purple. There's a lot of them that don't. I guess you don't have to do purple and then yellow. You could do it in an alternate order. Once this is done, you don't need purple to make yellow. Okay. So, on that note, I think I will call this episode good. And as always, thank you for being here. Adios.